Oh shit, sorry, wrong video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, ChaosWulff here, and welcome to the first episode of Refuel with Wulff. As you can see, we've decked everything up special just for this momentous occasion. Now you have been asking questions, and I have been finding it a lot more difficult to actually come and answer all the questions that I've been asked on YouTube. So I'm starting this series to actually answer all your questions to free up more time for me to do other things like creating content and so on, because the comments at the moment is pretty much becoming a full-time job. But let's move quickly on to our first round of questions, and the first bit are more, they're not asked by any specific person, they are more kind of questions that I've been asked frequently. First question, where am I from? I'm from England. I am from the West Midlands, from a little place called Stoke-on-Trent. A little place that hardly anybody really cares about. The next question was, what do I use to play Elite Dangerous? I use the Saitek X52 Pro. Before that I did use the Thrustmaster T16000M. I have found that the X52 Pro is a much better stick. Next one, do I play other games? Yes I do. I play XCOM, I play World of Tanks, I've started playing Fractured Space and Armoured Warfare, and a few others. They're all up on my channel art for you to go and have a look at. And the last question I get asked fairly frequently is, what is that little statuette that you have in the background of your videos? Always not sitting on top of your computer desk. And what it is it's this one. It's Edward Kenway from Assassin's Creed 4. I got it basically from GameStop when they were selling off all the old Xbox 360 versions of Assassin's Creed 4. So I thought, oh, 140 kroners? Yeah, deal. I'll get it. Just to help start off my man cave. Definitely not on the definitely not on par with Mr. Jingles himself, but at least I've started now. And now for the first question asked by you guys. Peter Sharkey wants to know, why does Miley Cyrus exist? And my view on this is to torment those of us that are still sane. Carl Maloney wants to know, do I like unicorns? Yes I do, they taste just like children. In turn, which taste just like chicken. Tengus, how the hell do I pronounce that surname, wants to know, who the frack is Alice? And I'm not quite sure I understand the question, because which Alice? If it's the one that looks like the crow, that's Alice Cooper. Gustav Lanz wants to know, how did an Englishman end up in Norway? That is a long ass story, but I'll give you the short version. I don't know how to tell this short. When I was in England, I found a Nemi comic, fell in love with the character, so I just started playing Age of Conan, made a character called Nemi. I got a message from a random player saying, are you Norwegian? I was a bit surprised, said no, got to know this guy, ended up joining his clan, got to know him, became friends with him. And then I split up with an ex-girlfriend and then thought, the hell with all this, I'm going to go visit my friend. Went to visit Norway for about a week or so. First night out I met Mrs. ChaosWulff. So that's the very quick, brief story there. If you want, I can do a long version of this, but let me know if you want to see that or not, because I think it might be a bit tedious. Marty83CZ wants to know, how did I get into Elite? That's kind of an easy one to answer. I was watching some episodes of, I think it was Mingles with Jingles, or either that or it was some of his videos dedicated to Elite Dangerous. And I thought, oh, that looks interesting. I'll go and have a look at that. And I went to have a look at it, and I thought, oh, that's a game I could really get into. But at this point it was in premium beta. And at that time I was having some money trouble, so I didn't have enough money to actually buy it at the time, but I managed to get paid and actually buy the game on the very last day that premium beta was actually available. So that's why I'm actually able to get onto the beta servers and actually give all you guys the footage from the beta servers. So yeah, thank me being timely paid for actually being able to have all the lovely beta access I show you. Thomas Westbrink wants to know, will I ever play World of Tanks with him again? Yes, yes I will, but not yet. I have a few things I need to do first before I can do this. I need to update the client, and I can't yet because I'm waiting on a video to make and I keep forgetting to do it. Ryan T. Jones wants to know, what is my long-term goal now that I have the Anaconda in Elite Dangerous? That's quite simple. I wish to rule the galaxy. A little bit more seriously, I want to own all the ships eventually, and I'm quite literally working towards my goal at the moment with trying to build a nice community around Elite Dangerous, which you guys are a part of, and it's been an absolute dream doing this for me. Devon, I have no idea how to pronounce your surname, wants to know, what is my favourite thing about Elite Dangerous thus far? And it's hard to pick a specific thing about the game because I really just love a lot about it. There's a few things I don't like at the moment, like getting almost blown up when playing with Commander Ducky, but I really like exploration and I really like combat. And you should really see Mrs. ChaosWulff right now. She's trying not to laugh so hard. Ian Mapleson wants to know, will I apply to be Ragnars' long-lost half-brother in Season 3 of Vikings? I did apply. Apparently I don't look like him enough. You also want to know what I thought about Powerplay and whether or not it was actually a good inclusion for Elite Dangerous, and if I didn't like it, why, and what do I think it'll do for the future of the game. Well, at the moment I think it is it's an interesting one. There is good points and there's bad points to it. I mean, yes, it's going to promote more PvP, but on my private group that's not a big issue at all because PvP is forbidden. So those of you in the Wulff pack that are playing on my private server don't have to worry about that. But it is actually kind of splitting the community a little bit as well into which camp you fall into. But I think it's going to be an interesting concept because at the moment we are all fighting amongst ourselves, and I do find that to be an interesting concept. What's going to happen after a while? I was talking about this with Commander Dark Widow, and he actually pointed out that what happens when almost everyone's defeated apart from maybe two, and what happens if they go into all-out war? We don't know yet. So that's going to be curious to find out, but what I'm curious about is the fact that we're all infighting, we're fighting amongst ourselves right now. What happens when we get the alien race, maybe the Thargoids, maybe another one? We're all of a sudden going to be faced with another threat that's going to have to unify all the players again after all the infighting. So that's going to be interesting, I think. Robert Leonard wants to know what I think about the new repair integrity costs and do I think they ruin the game. Not really, because yes, at one point they were stupidly high, but that was a bit of a bug and Frontier has actually patched that back down again. They're about half of what they were when they were the highest. And I don't really see this as a deal breaker for me. I don't think it ruins the game. I think it makes it a little bit more realistic. Because when you've got something as complicated and big as a spaceship, I don't think it's going to be that cheap to fix it. So I think this kind of just fits a bit better. I mean, it may be an issue a little bit more when you start the game, but then again you are going to be in smaller ships, so it's not going to be that expensive to begin with. 1% integrity repair on my Anaconda is about 73,000 credits now. And for an Anaconda, I think that is a fair price. So I don't think it's ruining the game at all now. Giles Ward wants to know what future proposed feature am I most looking forward to be introduced into Elite Dangerous. And I think this is going to be a fairly easy one to answer. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody will agree with me that I am really, really looking forward to being able to get out of my ship, walk around space stations, land on planets, get out and walk around there and actually see so much more. I'm also really looking forward to having an alien, possibly a hostile alien race, and possibly threats out in the void of space, like out when you're exploring tens of thousands of light years away from Sol. I think that will be really interesting. That will change the game dramatically. Gustav Lanz wants to know, what do I think about Star Citizen? Do I think it is a nice addition to Elite Dangerous, or is it going to be something that I'm not really looking forward to? To be perfectly honest, at the moment I am not quite sure. I do think at the moment that they are kind of reaching a little bit too far, maybe, I'm not sure, but because at the moment the game is still in really early kind of development. It's still not even a functioning game yet. It is still just a collection of tech demos, pretty much. I do agree with the mighty Jingles though that they did have the audacity to name it Star Citizen 1.1 when it was still quite obviously a demo. But I am going to be trying it, but I am not going to be going in for early access. I'm going to be waiting until it comes out proper, because I have more than enough to do with Elite, and at the moment, like I said, I can't make my mind up about Star Citizen yet, so I don't want to ruin, or at least sicken myself of it, by playing the unfinished tech demos and so on before the game is released. I want to get to it when it is at least a coherent, fully playable game, like it was with Elite Dangerous when I jumped on board there. Because when I jumped on board Elite Dangerous, it was pretty much finished, and that's the kind of time that I want to jump into Star Citizen. So I hope that answers your question. Oh well, you joined us back again after a little bit of camera snafu. The battery decided to die halfway, so we're back again. Louis Leverett wanted to know whether I am doing YouTube as one day hopefully doing it as a job, or whether I'm just doing it as basically for the fun of it and as a hobby. And that's a little weird as well. Originally I was actually doing, I started doing YouTube as a way to share World of Tanks replays between my Tank Clan company Linga. And instead of just sharing replay files back and forth, I thought it'd be more fun for them to send me the replays. I would record them, put a bit of music in the background and post them on YouTube for everyone to look at, because that'd be a bit more of an awesome way of doing things. And then I was then pushed by my other half to actually do some voiceovers on my work, and I was really nervous about this, so I decided not, because I wasn't confident in my voice, but you guys have kind of proven me otherwise now. But I did it, and the first video I ever did is my KV2 Ace Tanker Badge video. And you can go and search, you can see how horrible my audio quality was back then and how nervous I was. But from there I started getting a bit more confident, thinking, yeah, maybe I can do this a little bit more, and then tried to do it with World of Tanks, couldn't break into that market, because that's now the market for World of Tanks YouTubers is pretty saturated now, when you've got Jingles, Quickie Baby, Ike, Surf Fosh and all those guys. They've got really good YouTubers for that game. And I was watching a video of Jingles, and I saw this new game that he was talking about called Elite Dangerous. And I thought, oh, that looks interesting. And I thought, alright, okay, I'll go and have a go at that. And then started looking for YouTube videos on Elite when I'd started playing the beta and the early gamma. And I couldn't find any that were up to the quality of what I had come to expect from other YouTubers with World of Tanks. So I was trying to look for tutorials and stuff. I couldn't find ones I wanted, so I actually thought, sod it, I'll do it myself. So originally it was basically just because I wanted to make videos that I wanted to see. Still, it's the same thing now. Every time I make a video, I think, what would I want to watch, and how would I want to see it? And that's how I make my videos. I'm a bit of a perfectionist now with a side order of OCD. But it's still kind of a hobby thing to me, even though I have now reached 4,000 plus subscribers. I still see it as a hobby, and I'm doing it just because I like doing it, and I want to provide good quality tutorials and videos on Elite Dangerous that were seriously lacking when I first started doing Elite Dangerous. But it's getting to the point where I'm thinking perhaps one day I could do it, not as a job so to speak, but have YouTube as a way of helping supplement my income, so to speak, so that I could spend more time doing YouTube and less time doing an actual proper job. But that remains to be seen as yet. We may get there, we may not, I don't know. But at the moment, like I said, I'm just doing it because I love the game. And I'm hoping that that's coming across in my videos, because I really do love... I don't like doing videos about games that I don't like. I can't kind of fake the enthusiasm for a game that I'm not too fond and not too fussed with. But yeah, I'm hoping that's answered that question. I've got another quick question here from Gustav Lanz. He is at a previous one. But I liked this question, so I decided to include more than one from him. And it is, how do I envision the Wolfpack in the future? What direction do I think he's going to go? And to be perfectly honest, I have no clue. I'm actually surprised that such an awesome community has actually sprung up around my channel. So many other people, so many of you guys have actually been commenting on this as well, that you've only had good experiences with the Wolfpack on the Facebook, on the forums, on the TeamSpeak, everywhere, and it's only positive. So I'm really happy about this. I'm hoping that this continues, because I really hope that it doesn't kind of end up getting too big and kind of buckling under its own weight, so to speak, metaphorically. So I've had this kind of thing happen before. I was in a guild in Age of Conan. It was like, I think it was like the Legion of Amara or something. I can't remember the name of it. But what happened is it got too big. The leader decided to pretty much quit the game. Some of the second in commands got in charge, and it just went downhill from there. And I ended up just leaving that one because it just became toxic in the end. And I've had guilds that I ran myself there, and one of them was a roleplay guild that was torn apart by arguing, basically my two lieutenants arguing with each other constantly, so I don't want that either. But I don't really know. I mean, I am planning to, in the future, kind of organise some kind of hierarchy, like organisational hierarchy, like some kind of management to it. So if people do have problems, we can address those issues. Even when I'm not online, I can have other people that I can trust to do things. We are going to start introducing like penalty systems or something for if people do something bad. I'm hoping that we never have to use it, but I just want to be prepared. But we've had no real issues. We've had a couple of little minor disagreements, but they've all been fixed. So yeah, no, I'm hoping everything just goes really well. I mean, I'm hoping we just continue to grow. We hope we maintain our standing as a great little community. I'm just hoping that eventually we become a great big community. Just like I said, I'm just hoping that we don't end up just buckling under our own weight, really. Beyond that, I really don't know. I imagine we will be branching out into different games, playing different games. I'm going to be playing XCOM 2 as soon as it comes out in November, but I'm not going to be, obviously I'm not going to be abandoning Elite. I'm just really looking forward to this game. But yeah, I'm hoping that answers your other question, Gustav. And one more thing I'd really like to do is actually extend a thank you to the mighty Jingles himself, because without him I probably wouldn't be here today doing Elite Dangerous videos. Because first of all, I kind of got inspired by him doing his World of Tanks videos, which is why I started trying to do World of Tanks. I even actually made a video called the Doom Turtle Chronicles, which is focused on the T95, which is actually my favourite tank in the game. And I actually sent it to him on his Facebook thing, just saying, I hear you like the T95, or I know you like the T95, here's a video I made of it, take a look at it, see what you think, whatever. Next thing I know, he shared it on his Facebook page, and I ended up going up from 20 subscribers to 120 in less than 24 hours. So that was pretty amazing, and that gave me the boost I needed to begin with. But yes, what I wanted to say in a big roundabout way with a big thank you to the mighty Jingles for sharing that video and for basically pointing me towards, indirectly even, towards Elite Dangerous. Without him, I wouldn't be here. So if you don't know who the mighty Jingles is, first of all, what rock have you been living under for the past God knows how long? And second of all, go and check him out if you don't know who he is. He is a really, really great YouTuber. He does mainly like wargaming games like World of Tanks, World of Warships, War Thunder and so on. But do go and check him out if you don't know who he is. And yes, again, thank you Mr. Jingles. You have done me a world of service and I am extremely grateful. Anyway guys, that's all we have time for this episode. If you have questions that have not been answered in this episode, please do put them down in the comments. I will endeavour to get them out to you next episode. And also guys, don't forget, we now have our own Facebook group, the Wolfpack Central Command. We also have our own forums and other ways of actually keeping in touch. And let's not forget my private group, which is open to all the members of the Wolfpack. So all you guys can come and request to join and actually play with each other and among friends. So there's never been a better time to actually come in and get to know other people from our community. But anyway guys, like I said before, please do hit that like button. It'll let me know whether or not you've enjoyed this series, this video. If you have, I may actually start making it into a full series, like once a month or so on. So just let me know if you want to see this. Also, if you've had questions that have not been answered in this video, please do leave them in the comments. I will put them into next episode. And if you haven't already guys, please do hit that big subscribe button to join the Wolfpack. You will get notifications whenever I release new videos. And below there you will actually see links to all my associated and affiliated channels. Please do go check out their content because they do work just as hard, if not harder than me, on their videos. And yes, and remember, until next time commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.